What is up, grade 12s? Back again with another video. It's Nosana, as some of you already know. In this video, I'm going to be introducing financial maths grade 12. I've got good news and bad news. In grade 12, we are going to add 3 more formulas, right? So it is the future value formula, okay, so the future value, and then we have a present value, and then we have the outstanding balance, and then we have the outstanding balance. Okay, grade 12. So in our formula sheet, we'll be given the formula, the future value, and then the present value, right? So they don't give us the outstanding balance formula. So this is the bad news. Okay, so the bad news is that we've got 3 more formulas. Okay, 2, 1 we need to know for ourselves. And then the good news now is that in grade 12, our finance questions will not require us to use timelines as much as we did in grade 11. Because remember, in grade 11, it was about depositing money in your account, and then maybe it stays there for a year, then you add more or you subtract more, and then you have to calculate how much your money is worth maybe after 7 years and so forth, right? Everything was just all over the place. So in grade 12, we have what we call the future value formula and then the present value formula. This, guys, is very easy. So I'm just going to brief you on this, the future value and the present value. Sorry, present, not present. So the future value formula is pretty straightforward. So you will say F, so FV for future value, right? And then here you have X. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what this is all about. Okay, so first we need to write the future value formula. So we have 1 plus I. I don't think you can see that. Okay, 1 plus I, okay, to the power of n. Okay, so grade 12, this is the future value formula. Usually they introduce the present value before the future value. It's almost this, it doesn't matter, right? So the future value formula is where you are finding out how much money you have after a certain period of time when you're making monthly deposits into your account. So let me explain. Let's say that you are saving 500 Rand per month, right? So you are saving 500 Rand per month, and then you just want to find out how much you will have maybe after 24 months. That's 2 years, right? So our I will be divided by the compounding period, right? Usually we compound per month or maybe semi-annually or quarterly. Okay, so X will be the amount that we are depositing, the money that we are putting into our account after every month, and then I will be the compound interest rates or the compound rates, right? And then we just subtract 1. So basically that is what this formula is all about. It is calculating the future value. Okay, and then we have what we call the present value now, right? So we have what we call the present value. The formula for this is PV, and then we have X over there, right? So guys, the present value is when, let's say, you take a loan, right? So when you take a loan, it means you already have the money. Okay, so you are now trying to find out how much you need to pay per month if you are given a specific period, or how long it's going to take you to pay the loan if you are given the amount that you are paying per year. Per month. All right, so here we're just going to say plus I and then minus n, and we divide it all by I. So you can notice that these formulas are almost the same. So P will be the present value, right? So P will be the present value, and then So this is when you are given a loan. Let's say you went to Absa or Standard Bank, and then you told them that you need a loan of maybe 500,000. So maybe you told them that you need a loan of 500,000. Okay, and they will say that we need you to pay our money maybe in 7 years. Okay, maybe, yeah. So let's just say they want you to pay back the amount in 7 years. Okay, if they want you to pay back the amount in 7 years, you can use the present value formula to find out how much will you be paying them per month, right? So how you do that is that if they tell you that the interest is being compounded per month or monthly, then you're going to divide a percentage that they will tell you. You divide the percentage that they tell you by 12, right? And then to find out how much you're paying per month, you will need to multiply 12 by the amount of years that they gave you. In this case, I remember about seven or something. So yeah, guys, and then we have the outstanding balance formula is when you were repaying the loan, right? When you were repaying the loan, but you stopped halfway, or you stopped after maybe a specific time, right, that you didn't complete paying the loan. So we used the outstanding balance formula to just find out how much money was left because you had been paying. So this is how the formula looks. OB is equal to, so obviously it has to have the loan, right, the present value, which will be your loan, in this case P, right, and then I to the of M. Okay, and you subtract this with your future value. So you use the future value now. You take the future value formula and then you just put it over there, and it's supposed to just work out. So they don't show you this formula, right? They don't show you this formula on the formula sheet, and you must know it. Okay, so in this video I was just briefing you guys on what to expect in this grade 12 maths. So OB will be the outstanding balance. There's another way of calculating the outstanding balance which is more confusing than this. Okay, so OB will be the outstanding balance, and then P will be the amount of loan that you need to be paying, right? So in this case it will be 500 rand. So 500,000 rand. Say they asked you to pay back the money, right? Maybe for 7 years. Maybe they want you to pay back the money in 7 years, but you only paid for 5 years, right? Maybe you only paid for 5 years, and now you will need to find out how much is left, because remember you have 2 years to pay. But now in those 2 years that is remaining, the interest was increasing. I mean, the interest, the interest of the loan was increasing, and so you will need to use the compounding interest formula, right, which is this one here. That's why we are here. That's why we are using this one here. And then here, right, so the M in this formula here, over here, it's an M as well. So the M, sorry about that. Okay, so the M in this formula here, it means that the amount of times where you already made the payments. So if you made the payments for 5 years, you just say 5 times 12, and then here you're just going to say 5 times 12 as well to find out what your balance will be. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again in the